Hi, I'm James Brown with Amptweaker, and this is the new FatMetal Pro. Okay, there's kind of a, what's the difference in the FatMetal Pro and the TightMetal Pro? So I just threw a little quick thing on here to give you that. And of course, you can make them sound more the same if you want. You know, the FatMetal Pro has a little more mid, so you could turn the mids up here on the TightMetal. Turn the edge down some. You could turn the tight down lower, and it'll get a little bit more. But of course, the FatMetal Pro has a little more of a hammer sound to the mids, to me is what I call it, but it's more punchy in the mids. So anyway, that's the difference in the two. Obviously I have the TightMetal Pro patched in the side track here. The side track lets you alternate between the two with just one switch. Okay, now I want to go through the settings and all the features and things on the FatMetal Pro and just show you what all it can do. It's a very similar tone to the FatMetal, but it has an extra 3-band of EQ instead of just a high control. It has a mid boost that's part of the separate boost system. This boost kicks in a gain at the front, a gain boost, and a volume boost at the end, so you can make your solo louder or more gainy or both. There's also an inside the unit, there's a switch that switches on some low end and makes it a little fatter for the boost if you want that. Okay, same noise gate as the other, except this has a knob on the inside that can adjust that. It still tracks the gain control, so when you turn it down it automatically backs off a little. But the cool thing about on this one, you can crank it all the way up like the TightMetal if you want that really hard stopping chomp. With this one, I'll show you. It's got a little buzziness. Here's without it. Compared to the TightMetal, which stops harder. So you can turn that up more inside by just adjusting that wheel in there. Anyway, I have it set kind of what I like to call a neutral setting, which is cranking the gain all the way up and kick on the black gain switch. That gives you the heaviest kind of sound. If you want more of a thrashier kind of mid, and that also works kind of good for the stuff like the tremolo picking sound. It works good with the thrashier because there's a little more out. Although that's cool too, it's just a little more doomy sounding, I guess. Then if you want even darker high, kick on the smooth. Okay, here's with the thrash. Okay, you know, you don't have to always go for maximum gain. This thing will do some lesser gain tone. More like a regular rock tone. Kick the gain switch down and maybe turn the highs up. So you can get kind of a normal tone, you might say, as opposed to just black metal. Try that with the thrash on and a little more edge. Maybe a little more bottoming. Maybe give it a little bit more gain. So that's kind of a little rundown on it. I showed you pretty much all the switches. Now let me show you the boost system. I have on the boost, you have gain boost, volume boost, like I said. You also have a loop on the back, and that loop can be pre or post. So you could throw a, if you like a tube screamer or some other kind of boost pedal, gain like a clean boost or something, you can patch that in here, put it on pre, and then use it with the boost instead of this boost. If you don't, maybe this one's not exactly like what you want, so you throw that in there. Or the other thing you can do is you can take that and set it on post, which I have here, and throw a delay in that loop. Now when I kick on the solo, the boost, the delay will come on with it. So I'm going chunking along, and when I hit the boost, you know, that kind of stuff. Just can't do a horse whinny. Too old, I guess. Anyway, here's without it. Just the. If you turn this all the way down, you can hear that I have the fat switch on the inside. Here it is without it. When I turn the boost on, it'll add the fat. Without it. So that's what that's what it would sound like on the regular tone if you kick that fat switch on. Then when you add the gain, of course, it starts really getting awesome. So see, you just throw that delay in there. When you get through with your solo, the delay goes away automatically, so you don't have to dance around so much. Not that dancing around so much isn't cool, but maybe less cool for, you know, if you're playing metal. And that's it. Oh, I forgot to show you the mid boost. Okay, here's the boost. Here's the, I'm gonna take it. Here's the mid boost. So you can turn the gains down and just have just that mid boost and the low end boost just to have it cut through more. So that's more like your rhythm tone, a little bit more scoopy. And there it is. FatMetal Pro by Amptweaker.